entire cosmos. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. I am the eternal seed, deathless. I don't die. So we can meditate on God as the very source, as the seed. Then buddhir buddhimatam asmi. Bhagavan says there are those people who are buddhiman. See, buddhiman, literally it means those who have buddhi, they are called buddhiman. So we may say every one of us are buddhiman because we have buddhi. But what it means is buddhi has got this power to discriminate, to distinguish, to understand things clearly, distinctly. And the spiritual buddhi is that which has got the power to understand the difference between the seer and the seen. That is called subtle buddhi, sukshma buddhi. There are 3 types of buddhi. See, whenever we give numbers, immediately people note down. That is the secret actually. If you want people to note down what you say, just mention some numbers. There are 3 types of buddhi. I hope I remember all 3. One is called Shuddha Buddhi. Shuddha Buddhi means pure intellect. Pure intellect is one which appreciates values. See, when we say honesty, friendship, compassion, forgiveness, kindness, generosity, all these are values, humane values. These values have to be understood deeply by our intellect and appreciated. If I am honest because of fear, then my honesty is not proper. But if intellect has appreciated and accepted that value, then it is more deep. Then I can say my intellect has become pure. Otherwise, a person may be functionally good, outwardly good, but may not be really good. But if deeply I appreciate the value of, let us say, non-violence, truthfulness, then whether I am alone or in company, whether I am what you call seen or unseen, I will follow that value very sincerely. It will not depend on the world, their opinion. It will not depend on the country or on the time or geography and all, but it will depend on me, my own understanding, that I appreciate it and I will follow it. So when intellect appreciates and accepts certain values, then that intellect is called pure intellect. It's very, very, these values are not at the just physical level. We can't show it like. Suppose a person says that I am a great singer, we can ask him, please sing. But if he says I am a great honest person, okay, show. Can't show like that. So that is the purity of the intellect. Then there is second type of intellect which is called Tikshna Buddhi. Tikshna means sharp intellect. Sharp intellect has got the capacity to understand the world and the different objects and different things of this world is understood distinctly. Like a scientist is there, he's got a sharp intellect, or a politician, or a business person, or a engineer, or a doctor, one who understands things of this world, can differentiate between one thing and another thing, can differentiate between dengue and what you call that other, chikungunya. He's called sharp intellect. That is Tikshna Buddhi. But there is, and generally people know about this too, but there is the third Buddhi called Sukshma Buddhi, which is necessary for a spiritual student. And what is Sukshma Buddhi? A capacity to understand the difference between the seer and the seen, Atma and Anatma, the I and not I. Who am I and what I am not? One should be able to distinguish between these two with the help of the scriptural guidance. The one who has got this capacity, that intellect which has got this capacity, is called Sukshma Buddhi. So this Buddhi, Sukshma Buddhi, is required to progress in spiritual path. Tikshna Buddhi is required to get progress maybe in the world. Shuddha Buddhi is required also in the spiritual path. With the Shuddha Buddhi and Sukshma Buddhi, we will be able to understand ourselves and we will be able to abide in ourselves. So here Bhagwan, when he talks about Buddhimatam, the wise people or those who are Buddhiman, he means those who have the Shuddha Buddhi and those who have Sukshma Buddhi. Bhagwan says, in them, that Buddhi in them is my Vibhuti only. Buddhir Buddhimatam asmi, because through that Sukshma and Shuddha Buddhi, person will be able to recognize God. Bhagwan says, I am that Buddhi in them. Many times people might be very intelligent as far as the world goes, but maybe totally Buddhu as far as the spiritual path is there, from the spiritual standpoint. There are people who are very Tikshna. Those Tikshna Buddhi without Shuddha Buddhi, just a little digression from the topic, Tikshna Buddhi without Shuddha Buddhi are danger for the society. They are very dangerous, like Ravan and all. He was very Tikshna Buddhi, as powerful as 10 heads. But there is no Shuddhata was there. So he became danger for the world. So anyway, so Buddhir Buddhimatam asmi, Bhagwan says, I am the Buddhi in that Buddhiman person. Tejasvinamaham, and Tejasvi means one who is very brilliant in this world, very, very glorious, powerful, intelligent, wise, with all good qualities. They have their own Teja. I don't know what is the English term for Teja. Whatever you Radiance, okay. Like even animals, you see some of the animals like tiger and all, it has got its own radiance, like Tej. It doesn't, when he walks in the forest and all, there is a glamour, a Tej is there. Similarly, when we follow the path of righteousness, we get Teja. Teja doesn't come by going to beauty parlor and all. It's a different type of Teja. It falls off after some time. Whatever. So that Teja is, when we follow the path of righteousness, we get that Teja. When we follow the path of truthfulness, we get that Teja. When we follow Dharma, we get that Teja. Even a little child, when he follows that path of Dharma, there is a great Teja in him, that even a big person will get scared of him. There is a very famous story of Maharashtra that Shivaji Maharaj, he was a great, very righteous king. And he had one servant who was there outside, and he was guarding that palace, his fort, and he was newly appointed. And his master had told him that don't allow anyone to enter. That is your job. So Shivaji had gone somewhere and he came in the evening and he wanted to enter. He stopped him. He said, you can't enter. A little boy, that youngster. So Shivaji was surprised. He said, I am Shivaji. He said, no, Shivaji is nothing. It's my job that nobody can enter here. And Shivaji was impressed actually. He did not get angry. he contacted this, and through him he somehow entered, but he was impressed that such a person, he stood his ground on the path of righteousness. It gets teja. Like Mahatma Gandhi, he followed the path of non-violence and satyagraha and all. He had his own teja, that even the entire British Empire was frightened of him. So that is called teja. Bhagavan says that teja is not from you, but it is me only. I am there in you as teja. If I want to bring about change in this world or do anything, I have to invoke that teja in me. Invoking teja is invoking God in me. And that we can invoke by following the path of goodness, righteousness. So Tejasvinamaham, Bhagavan says, I am the teja in all tejasvi. Further, he says, Balam balavatam chaham Kamaraga vivarjitam Dharma viruddho bhuteshu Kamosmi bharatarshabha Balam balavatam chaham Kamaraga vivarjitam Dharma viruddho bhuteshu Kamosmi bharatarshabha. Balam balavatam chaham or balam balavatam asmi. You might have different reading. So Bhagavan says, Balam balavatam cha aham kamaraga vivarjitam. Among balavatam, among those who are strong. Strength is not only of that physical body, but strength of our mind, strength of our intellect, strength of our personality, strength of our words, strength of our action. There are some great Mahatmas whose actions are so strong that its effect we see even now. Like our own Pujya Gurudev. The actions which he started perform, we see the result even now. Their words are so powerful that even after it is spoken, it lasts for centuries together. Like Bhagavan Sri Krishna, his words we are studying even now. This was uttered during the Mahabharata war, but even now it is relevant. They are not like newspaper which one day we read and next day we throw it away. It doesn't have a lasting, strength. So Bhagavan says that bala in the strong person, strong people, that strength which is there belongs to me. I am that strength. I am that strength. But he also gives the adjective to this strength. What type of strength? Kama raga vivarjitam. I am the strength devoid of kama, desires, and raga, attachment. Kama raga vivarjitam balam cha aham balavatam. I am the strength devoid of this. Devoid of kama. Kama means a desire to attain what I don't have. When a person develops this desire, he also develops a great energy to pursue that path and obtain that. But Bhagavan says, that strength I am not. I am not that. That is not Bhagavan's vibhuti, not special vibhuti. That is also Bhagavan's expression only, but not special vibhuti. Also, when a person is attached to someone or something, then also there is great strength of attachment. But Bhagavan says, I am not that also. I am that strength which comes when a person is free from desire and free from attachment. There is a great, grand strength in his words, in his personality, in his actions, in all his being. There is a tremendous strength when a person becomes free of desire. Because when I become free of desire, then whatever thoughts come, it belongs to God only then. When I have my desire, then the strength becomes limited. But when I drop my desire, and when still that willing happens in the mind, then that willing belongs to God. For example, the worldly example, like our own Prime Minister or a President. When they speak as the nation. Their voice belongs to the nation, not to that individual. Similarly, when I drop my own egoistic and selfish notion, then my thoughts becomes Bhagwan's thoughts. Even some desire, if it comes in my mind, that also belongs to the Lord. Therefore, very beautifully, when we go approach a Mahatma, we do Namaskar to the Mahatma. Mahatma gives us blessings. The blessings of a Mahatma, the words which a Mahatma utters, belongs to God only. It is not an individual who is saying, but it is as though the Lord is saying. And this we can practice by dropping the sense of I and just using the term me or let. For example, when we pray, we say that may all be happy. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. We say, na? Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Sarve santu niramayaha. What does it mean? We say, may all be happy. May all be happy. There is no I in that statement. Who is saying? I don't know who is saying. May all be happy. There is no person who is saying. There is no individual who is saying. So when there is no individual, but still that statement is being said, that enters the totality and it gets fulfilled. And that is the secret of prayer. In prayer, we should not say, I want you to be happy. Then there is problem. If I want you to be happy, then there is problem. But when I say, and when I mean that may you be happy, may you be free from all your disease, may you be free from all your calamities or obstacles in your life, may you always be happy. If I say like that, then it is not I who is saying, it is Bhagwan's will only, which is expressing through me. But if even in that, if I have a little I-ness or my-ness, then the strength gets reduced. So that is the secret of this bala. And that is the secret of Ashirvad also. Bhala ho, we say, na, bhala ho, aapka bhala ho. So may all be good with you. So when we do Namaskar to an elderly person, he gives us Ashirvad. And in that Ashirvad, he just becomes a channel for Bhagwan to give his Ashirvad. Bhagwan alone gives Ashirvad. He alone can bless us. He alone has got the power to bless us. We can just become a channel as though. So that Bala Bhagwan says in your words, in your actions, in your feelings, it belongs to me. It is me, not belongs to me. It is I alone as that strength. But it should be devoid of kama and raga, devoid of desires and devoid of attachment. Desire means I want. So I want, when I want something which I don't have, that is called kama. And when I am attached to what I have, that is called raga. So kama raga vivarjitam balam balavatam cha aham. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. That doesn't mean, Bhagwan says, not that I am not kama, I am kama also. But that kama or desire should be in tune with dharma. Dharma aviruddho means that desire which is not against dharma, not against righteousness, that kama or that desire also is my vibhuti. When a desire arises in my mind, which is not against righteousness, that is Bhagwan only. Simple desire of maintaining my body, performing my duties towards myself, towards my family, towards the society. This also desire. But this desire, since it is in tune with righteousness, Bhagavan says it is my vibhuti. It is not against me. So dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. So he is not against desires. Hey Bharata Rishabha, oh great among Bharata Kula, that even I express as desire also, but that desire should be in tune with righteousness. And that is what has brought about great changes in this world. Transformation, positive transformation has come in this world by this type of desire only. And this desire of a great Mahatma is what we call Sankalpa, Shiva Sankalpa, good Sankalpa, good desire. That is also desire, but it is not against dharma. So dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. In this way, Bhagavan has revealed few of his vibhutis to Arjuna so that he can experience God in everything. In water, on earth, in the sun, the moon, in life, everywhere we can experience the presence of God. We have to feel in the beginning that bhav may not be there, but we have to bring that bhav. We have to feel the presence of God. And that is how the various types of rituals and all are there in our culture. We have started doing the ritual, but we have forgotten the bhav behind it. Even if the ritual is not done, doesn't matter. Pick up that bhava. When we say, when we do puja of, let us say, of the river, the idea is to see divinity in the river. But nowadays we have a list of how to do puja and all, when to pour that flowers and this and that, and afterwards put that plastic bag also there. That is our way of doing puja. Gangaji also keeps telling us, please, मेरी पूजा मत करो, मेरे को छोड़ दो. That is not puja. Puja means reverence, deep reverence. And these are just upchar, which were traditionally there, because if we revere someone, we like to give, offer something. But you need not offer anything. Just have that reverence for that. That itself is called puja. So Bhagavan has revealed these various types of vibhutis here. Now he concludes in the next verse. He says, Ye chaiva sattvika bhavaha rajasas tamasaschaye matta eveti tan vidhi natvaham teshu te mai echaiva sattvika bhavaha rajasas tamasaschaye matta eveti tan vidhi natvaham teshu te mai. Instead of giving elaborately so many his vibhutis, Bhagavan concludes by saying that all that is expressed as the expression of sattva gun, rajogun and tamogun, echaiva sattvika bhavaha. Bhava means expression. The expressions of sattva gun, rajogun and tamogun. This prakriti, which Bhagavan talked about as apara and para prakriti, this prakriti also has got these three gunas inherent in it. Sattva gun, rajogun and tamogun is inherent in the prakriti. So the Ashtadha prakriti, even the Pancha Mahabhut Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, they also have their inborn within them these three gunas. The mind also, Trigunatmika, the Ahankar also, the Vyakta also, the what you call, and all the expressions as human being, animal, bird, plant, the different seasons, the different objects, the different feelings, and everything is basically of three types: Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. More about this we will study in the 14th chapter. But Sattva Guna is considered pure, Rajo Guna is activity, and Tamo Guna is Jadatva, inertia. Tamo Guna is inertia. Rajo Guna is activity, and Sattva Guna is purity or intelligence. So these three gunas are experienced in our mind also. So in our mind also sometimes we feel lazy and tired and sleepy. That is the effect of tamogun. Effect of tamogun. Then we feel very energetic, oh, aisa karenge, waisa karenge, and all sorts of ideas come and we want to do and become active and all. That is rajogun. That's the effect of rajogun. And we feel very peaceful, we feel very happy, we feel great devotion for the entire creation. That is Sattva Gun. Purity, knowledge, peace is the expression of that Sattva Gun in our mind. But these three gunas are expressed in our body also, in nature also. Even in time, like morning time and all is considered Sattvic. During the day it's Rajasic. The evening, night and all is considered Tamasic. So even time has got these three gunas. Everything has got these three gunas. Our thoughts. So when a particular thought comes, it can be classified as Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. So Bhagavan says all these expressions, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic, of objects, thoughts, emotions, people, beings, time, space, lokas, everything, Bhagavan says, you understand, they are arising from me only. Because they are my expressions of my prakriti. So, echaiva sattvika bhavaha, rajasaha, tamasaha cha ye matta eveti tan viddhi. Understand, they are from me alone. So even when we sit and meditate, we have to understand that when a particular thought comes, the source of that thought is God alone. It's the most miraculous thing that we are sitting and these thoughts arising, just emotions arising. Sometimes the person feels sleepy. Sometimes in pravachan also, all three of types of thoughts you can see. When we are very attentive, understanding, enjoying, peaceful, that is Rajasic. Rajasic avastha. Then we are restless, phone call comes and this and disturbance and यहाँ वहाँ देखते हैं कि पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है, कितना बज गया ये वो. That is Rajasic. And when we are this, no expression on the face, mind is not thinking, not understanding. So dullness is there, that is tamasic. And the beauty is tamasic and sattvic sometimes look alike. So in pravachan actually one can escape like, "Arey, you were sleeping?" "No, I was meditating." So you can just, and these three gunas are so beautiful actually. When we study them, it's very interesting. They are opposed to each other. But when they are in samya avastha, when they are in total equilibrium, then the whole world goes into state of dissolution. But when they are unequal, you can see the expression as of this world. Sattva guna is against rajogun and tamogun. When the sattva rises, the tamogun and rajogun goes down. All three